All right, y'all, welcome back. Week 10 NFL. This your boy, Dark Spirits, Dark Sports. We got whiskey, we got football coming up on Thanksgiving. I mean, what else can you really ask for? Thanksgiving is a time of the year where the contenders separate themselves from the pretenders, and we saw a lot of that this week. Basically, you can't hide anymore. The key matchup this week was the Browns at Ravens for me, and the question got answered. What happens when two immovable objects collide? But before I get into that, let's go back and talk about the Thursday night football game, Panthers at Bears. Now, if you listened last week, I predicted that the Bears are going to win primarily because of home field advantage. These are two bad teams, and if the final score is 16-13, that tells you that it was close and could have went either way. The Bears, playing with their brand new quarterback, they managed to get the win. Nothing to get really excited about. The Bears are still terrible, but I think the Panthers probably have hit rock bottom. They're at 1-8, and they got the number one overall pick, Bryce Young, last year, who had 21 attempts for 185 yards and 0 touchdowns. I mean, that's just bad, but it gets worse. They got to play Dallas on Sunday, and that's probably going to be a blowout. But hey, I got that prediction right. Up in my record, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Now, if you go take a look back at the thumbnails, for the past couple weeks, I had been talking about the Browns. Browns have been surging. I mean, they had that horrible injury with Chubb early in the season, but Myles Garrett, the defense, everybody else, I mean, they just refused to die. And I think last week I had highlighted the Baltimore Ravens, the way that they had summarily took apart the Seahawks. That was impressive. I also said that the Ravens can be inconsistent, and they showed that in this game. The Browns were down 31-17, but Baltimore just couldn't close out the deal. When you have two teams from the NFC North, you got to expect a lot of running because both of these teams have really excellent defenses there, and that's what it is we saw. Speaking of the defense, the pick six by Greg Newsome and that winning kick from Dustin Hopkins, that sealed the deal. This was a really, really, really good game. It was really, really close. If you like real gridiron football, hit you in the mouth football, this was that game. I did expect the Ravens to win this game, but that's cool. I mean, they'll make up for it on Thursday. If you look at the standings in the AFC North, I mean, it just shows you that the NFL is so unpredictable, and that division is back up for grabs. All the teams are only separated by like a game, so anything could happen. Next up, let's talk about the 49ers in Jacksonville. Man, 49ers won 34-3. Coming into this game, Jacksonville had won 5 in a row. San Francisco had lost 3 in a row. And I had said earlier in one of the earlier podcasts that the key to that San Francisco offense is CMC, Christian McCaffrey, and Debo. Debo had been out for those games that they lost. They had a bye week. Debo came back. Look at the results. They destroyed Jacksonville at home, and it gets better. They get to play Tampa Bay next at home. Tampa Bay is 4-5, by the way, so I'm expecting the 49ers to reestablish dominance in the NFC here. And finally, let's talk about the game coming up at Thursday. I mentioned the Ravens before. They're going to be playing the Bengals. So Ravens are probably pissed off how they gave away that game, and they're going to be looking to take it out at somebody. They got the Bengals at home. For the Bengals, I said back in September that season was over. They can't go 0-3, 0-4, whatever they did. And it just reinforced it because if you can't beat Houston, they lost on Sunday. Come on, I can't take that team seriously. So for this Thursday pick, I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens, now 7-3, looking them to be 8-3. So that's what I saw this week, week 10 in the NFL. Thank you for listening. Let me know what you saw. I'll talk to you next week. Might take a bye, so it might be 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. If I don't talk to you then, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy time with your family. Let's watch some football.